Okay. I remember him. Looks like the Jackets are home. Ethan Oaks is pitching.
Hey, no more bullshit. I'm not.
Let me know when you're ready, and we'll just start chatting it up. Welcome into LakePoint Sports, Cory, McCartney, along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber, as we bring you PBR Classic action, 16U East Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets. Phil, welcome in.
Thanks for having me, Cory.
All right, so let's start off with this Georgia Jackets team, and I mean, Phil, these guys are absolutely loaded. Just commits all up and down this. Two of the best football prospects in the state of Georgia on this roster as well. But let's talk about Ethan Oaks, who's going to get the start of the mound in this one.
Yeah, a little pitcher out of North Carolina. Looking at him, this will be my first look at him. See some new stuff here. Looks like good build, right shoulder, wide base. See the field warming up, but first pitch coming up.
All right, here we go. And the first offering from Oaks there fouled away.
Oaks going inside.
Taking on Acton Smith out of Sequoia, class of 2023. Like a lot of kids, Phil, on this East Cobb Angels team, he's uncommitted. Not that you want to play too much into it, but what does that mean for this team when they're out there taking on one that they know is pretty well loaded in that Georgia Jackets crew?
Yeah, it's always a tough thing mentally when you're looking at teams on paper and you see all those commits. Something you definitely got to put out of your mind. Just like the back between those lines. Baseball, anything can happen.
A 1-1 count as Oaks continues here. Ooh, gets on inside there, hit him in the elbow, and Acton Smith will take first.
Yeah, you can see Oaks trying to establish that inside corner.
He will now take on Will Tarwater out of North Cobb, 5'9", 135 power, right-hander outfield second baseman out of the class of 2023. How aggressive Smith wants to be here with the lefty on the mound. And Tarwater watches that one for strike one.
Ethan Curley, 74-77. Looks like a nice going arm side of the fastball.
Smith getting himself more of a healthy lead there at first. Watches for strike two.
Those right-handed hitters are going to want to go out. Leave it out in that part of the plate.
Looks over at the runner. Finally throws over. At least he's keeping him honest. Oaks throws over again. Oaks, by the way, out of Jordan High School in Durham, North Carolina. It's previously listed as homeschooled, but only suiting up for these guys now. And a little high there for ball one.
I think you're going to get when you face too much Giants is they're very conscious about base runners. They're going to pick multiple looks. They're going to keep you honest.
Certainly cognizant of him now. The dribbler there gets away for a foul.
Really takes some off on that speed, 61 miles an hour. Some deception. Keeps the arm speed, arm slide.
Oh, Oaks got him with that one. Yeah, he just set that up on the outside of the plate, and after baiting him in so long, just got him exactly where he wanted him. That's going to bring in Shane Peterson out of Sequoia, another 2023. This group's 6'1", 170 pounds. Like I say, for a lot of these kids, every kid on this East Cobb Angels team uncommitted. Acton Smith continues on first base after getting hit by a pitch as the leadoff man. Again, a throw from Oaks over to first. Runner goes, and he got him. What a throw. With a 2.01 pop time at LakePoint High School. A lefty at the plate, righty behind the dish. So obviously, not a lot of need for lefty catchers. So we're throwing right. Now a 2-2 count for Oaks. Two pitch pops him up. Tries to go inside again. Misses on that one. Full count. And he walks him. Got out of some trouble there getting the runner from help getting that runner off the hit by pitch, but now Oaks has another man on at first. Fouls that one back, and just a nice little cut there. Colin Trevison. Colin out of Sprayberry, 560-pound, class of 2023. Shortstop and right-handed pitcher. Joe one watches, he fires back. Oh, that was a close play. Oaks looks again, fires high. Now a 1-2 count to Trevison. And two Trevisons on this team, Colin and Pascal. Oaks steps off. Runner goes, and that one drops into center field. Oh, what a catch. Looked like that one was going to drop in, but makes the catch to end the inning, half the inning. So after a half here at the PBR Classic, it's the East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets are scoreless at the bottom of the first as Georgia Jackets tries to make something happen. Mark said he was having a hard time hearing you. I was trying to figure out a way to pump up your audio more. I've got everything like the same levels, so I'm trying to understand why one would be easier to hear than the other. Those are turned up. Those are the same.
Here for another 7 minutes. This whole Jackets line is working. Yeah. So use your last 7 minutes here to get video.
This is number 1. Good. Back here at the PBR Classic, Cory and McCartney along with PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber as we bring you East Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets 16U, our game of the day here from LakePoint Sports. And the Georgia Jackets will come up here in the bottom of the first inning to get things going on the mound over East Cobb Angels. They're rolling with Matty Clark at Cherokee. And stepping to the plate now for Georgia Jackets is Jack Rickheim. This one down there and throws a little wide, but he still makes the tag. That'll bring up Jensen Kenty, Alabama commit out of East Covina. The second ranked lefty in Georgia in 2023, 15th ranked player overall, 25th at the position in the nation as far as left-handed pitchers. Lays down the bunt. Clark's off from there, fouled off. So the magic of game changer here. Phil alerted me that we had a mishap here in the lineup that was showing online based on the actual lineup. It's now been changed in game changer. So just like that, Nicholas Senzi up at the plate now. Listed at 6'3", 170 pounds. The 1-2 from Clark. Fouls that one off.
Clark coming in 2-2. Strikes. So what those Jackets get on these, keep the team alive. This is a dangerous lineup that he's facing.
Fouls off.
Straight back.
What's the power profile like on Sinaci?
Definitely, there's quite a bit more to come. Previous years, it's been and then this kind of spring and summer has really started to finally scratch the surface of that physicality we've seen him be able to drop from gap to gap. So we're starting to emerge a little bit more now. And continue to fill out bat speed. Knows how to barrel pitches up. It just kind of comes down to becoming physically sure.
Well, we know he likes fouling off balls. You guys don't scout that, though. Matty Clark at 5'9", 140 pounds out of Cherokee. Sends that one to straight center, but the catch will be made.
It's a marijuana. Reach for that one a bit. Wasn't able to get everything on it. Here's a guy that I really like last week. He's aggressive behind the dish. The left-handed swing really plays. He's aggressive, bat speed. Just look at Bill.
6'1", 215-pounder out of Opelika High School. Sends that one to the second baseman who makes the throw, and that'll end the inning.
Nice work right there by Clark there.
Yeah.
First three batters out of work.
Absolutely. So after one here at the PBR Classic, East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets scoreless. That's not too loud in your headset, is it? Okay. Check. In there for a strike from Ethan Oaks to start off the second inning. Kaufman from Sequoia, a 6'1", 175-pound catcher and third baseman from the class of 2023. The 0-1 from Oaks. And swings through that. Yeah. This is the other Trevison. We saw Colin earlier. This is his brother, Pascal, both again from Sprayberry. I'm just setting the stage for Ryan, who's actually on deck right now. The 1-2 from Oaks. Borderline pitch there down in the dirt.
Be the first changeup we've seen in Oaks. It's fastball curveball mostly.
And the 2-2. The breaking ball gets away. And full count. Here it comes from Oaks. And he walks him. Lead-off walk for Pascal Trevison, and that will bring up the aforementioned Ryan Kaufman. Nope. We're just going to keep talking about Ryan Kaufman, but that instead is actually Bradley Miller from Sequoia. Lessons in game changer, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll run around the first here for Miller. The first pitch there from Oaks gets away, and a little bit of dance moves from Mo to get out of the way.
Ryan doing a nice job back there. Oaks is spiking a number of his pitches recently. He's being the wall back there.
Glances at the runner, and Miller sends that one to the second baseman and make the easy catch for the first out of the inning. And now, you know who's finally up? Ryan Kaufman.
There he is.
He's getting a lot of airtime today, so Ryan can't let us down. Again, right-hander out of Sequoia, 6'1", 175 pounds. Glances at the runner. Throws over to keep him there. And Kaufman flicks that one foul.
Oaks working both sides of the plate now. First inning was going way home. Just being inside now. Making some adjustments.
The 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Throw is wide, so Trevison will take second.
Angels being real aggressive on the base pass. First inning called stealing. Affecting their game plan.
Well, I mean, we talked about the team they're facing, right? So you take the opportunity you can, try to make something happen. Bit of a chat there from Bradley as Oaks mans the mound again. Man on second with one out here in the top of the second inning. Now the bat flies out of Kaufman's hands. goofy stuff. That's right. That'll actually be 2 down to end the inning. That's not the way I wanted Ryan Kaufman to go down. That'll bring up Pierce Mullinax from Cartersville, 5'9", 145-pound right-hander. And Pierce swings through that one for the first strike. So Mullinax has done some damage in these fields. You know that.
Definitely Mullinax. Might be his cousin.
Still Mullinax. Over from Oaks, and yeah, he is adamant. You get on, he's gonna keep you on that base. Got him in the rundown. Go to third, and they get him. Yeah, what a fantastic throw there to end this one. So that'll be the head to the bottom of the second inning. Remains scoreless. East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets here at LakePoint Sports PBR Classic, our game of the day. I feel like it sounds better now.
Yeah.
Make some changes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to go down and get the lineups.
They've got it right there. He was right now.
Oh, yeah, I'll just take a picture of it. Thank you. Thank you. They must have changed their lineup around because they actually got McKenty batting fourth, and it's David Louis. Yeah. Welcome back here at the PBR Classic. East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets, Cory McCartney, along with PBR Georgia's Phil Kerber, as we bring you the bottom of the second inning, a scoreless affair. Matty Clark on the mound for the East Cobb Angels, now taking on David Buzz for the Georgia Jackets.
Buzz swings a big guy. Looks like 6'3", 215.
One of the few uncommitted kids on this Georgia Jackets roster, but the number 14th ranked first baseman in Georgia in the class of 2022. They miss us. The 1-0 from Clark has popped up. Luck sends that to left field, makes the play. Still searching for our first hit of the game here in the bottom of the second inning.
Cooper Davidson. Cooper was one of the standouts in Georgia Impact games last
down the bunt. They'll play there until I think first. It shows off that speed.
I'd be too surprised if he's stealing here on the first or second pitch, too.
Bring up Deuce Jordan. Jordan from Pace Academy. Big versatile player. Plays all over the place. Shortstop, second base, outfield. On a team with some big-time football prospects, Phil, this guy definitely looks like he gets things done on the gridiron, too.
Yeah, he's well built. That's really good. Clark got caught up there wanting to pick off the first, saw Davidson go, and got stuck in the middle. It was a second on the ball.
And just like that, I pulled up some football highlights of Deuce Jordan. So, yep, another gridiron guy here, George Jenkins.
You gotta give a lot of credit to these football, baseball guys in the summer. Most of them are in between their games, either heading to or coming from work, 7-on-7 workouts, weightlifting, anything like that. So these guys are pulling double duty.
Yeah, and the Jackets have one of the best guys in Georgia doing that on both sports right now, and Dylan Lonergan.
And man, what this schedule's like. Jackson Westmoreland, Westmoreland, one of the grittier players in Georgia. I mean, he's afraid to get the dirt, sling it around. He's going to battle at the plate. Foul pitches off. He's not going down without a fight. When push comes to shove, he's usually going to poke one through the infield or line one into a bunt. Just that type of guy.
Westmoreland from St. Francis is at 5'9", 160 pounds. 160 pounds at shortstop and right-handed pitcher. Flips through that one. 0-2 count. One out here in the bottom of the second. Georgia Jackets are threatening here. 2 on. One hit on the day so far. Clark glances at the runner and delivers. Westmoreland watches that one on the outside.
Clark hit a spot there. It's a little too far out.
Westmoreland sends that one to right center. Catch will be made. The runner will advance to third.
Nice job of the center fielder out there. I'm not sure what that is right now, but yeah, that shaded perfectly. He was playing off to Florida, playing to right center. Just make a short little trip to make that catch.
Now we'll bring up Kate Blue at Auburn commit. Auburn High School, Alabama. Kate is the 12th ranked player in Alabama among 2023s.
Yeah, just looking at some of Kate's metrics here. Sub 7 runner. And it's grass most of the numbers.
Niko Sinaci, just a long, lanky kid with a lot of room to grow. He sends that one to left field, and Jam there gets out of for Matt Clark. So that's a nice work from him then to get them, despite the runner being on third, to get out of the inning scoreless. So 3-2 here at the PBR Classic. East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets are scoreless. We'll get more action here in our game of the day. Yeah, I thought maybe this would be over by 10 innings. I think it's distorted on YouTube, on Twitter.
No, you're good. Just get your notes in. See ya.
All right, you ready? Welcome back to LakePoint Sports here at the PBR Classic. Cory McCartney on PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. These Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets in our game of the day. And Ethan Oaks continues on the mound for Georgia Jackets here to open up the third inning. Punt attempt there to start things off. Here's some accident in Cartersville. And that one is back, track, and over for a ground ball double.
Continues the trend of Alexis just hitting like on LakePoint.
He got a glimpse at Oaks and knew what he was looking for there to start the second inning or the third inning. So next up is Tyler Schroeder from Woodstock. Lays down the bunt. Play there at first to get him out, but the runner does advance. These Cobb Angels now threatening.
They play there first. Seems like the first baseman gave a look towards third. Early, maybe.
These Cobb Angels are now trying to hold the ball from Chattahoochee by the 155-pounder from class of 2022.
Discussion. Close. It was close. Bang, bang.
It's not enough innings generally.
Should have 2 in.
And so we'll continue here. Monax on third. And Holden Hall from Chattahoochee at the plate with one out here at the top of the third inning. These Cobb Angels threatening to break open with their first run of this game. Oaks toes the rubber, and we will continue. And his first pitch to Hall. Up and away there for ball one. as well.
Big spot here for Paul. One man on third. We'll be turn the line and keep this going.
Paul sends that one to the shortstop, makes the throw home, and he's safe for the first one. What a tag there, the attempt by Ryan, but it's underneath it. It is a 1-0 lead for these Cobb Angels here at the top of the third inning.
So he's kind of followed that one on the transfer. He got that clean. So he got home. But that's what these Cobb Angels needed. Run across.
Acton Smith back up at the plate again. Smith was hit by a pitch in his first AB. Flicks that one away for the strike rule bat. So 0-1 to Smith here from Sequoia. And Oak's got a bit of a gift there. Smith swinging at a pitch that was way up and outside the zone.
Good pitch to run on. Probably can't swing base. Only one down.
So 0-2 to Smith. One out here in the top of the third. East Cobb Angels lead 1-0.
Freezes with the fastball there.
Big pitch for Oaks as he tries to get out of this.
Tough spot for Smith there. Some ball with some fastballs in the first AB. It's another one right to the ball. Oops, changes up the game plan and goes outside.
Bill Tarwater was 0 for 1. Strikeout.
Keeping the run across.
Big healthy lead from Smith. Up and away for foul. So now 0-2 on Bill Tarwater. The 0-1, the runner goes. A perfect throw to Adam.
Is that third one?
Yeah, he's been sensational behind the plate. So that'll put us in the middle of the third inning here. East Cobb Angels break through to take a 1-0 lead on Georgia Jackets in our game of the day here from the PBR Classic. Yeah, let's see if I can hear it now. It sounds weird on Twitter. Yo. continues here at the PBR Classic. Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets, and that one smoked to left field, but will be in there for an out.
Carson Berkeley there. He's another one of the catchers on the Jackets. Highly capable defender. Vincent Kennedy, more so known for his exploits on the mound.
Yeah, the second-ranked lefty in Georgia in 2023, 15th player overall, 25th at his position in the nation. Dances out of the way there.
Kennedy committed to Alabama last summer. Saw a significant velo jump. Sitting in the mid-80s, touching 7 or 8. Fills up his own dugout. And now he's traded at the plate. Pops up to pitcher there. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Again, these Cobb Angels lead 1-0.
Let's see if Rico changes approach a little bit here. Attack the first pitch of the game. Ground out. See if he takes a couple here. Get him out of the field.
Watch his ball one sail. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. These Cobb Angels leading 1-0 after Pierce Mullinax cashed in a ground ball double. 1-1 the count. Matty Clark from Cherokee on the mound. This is Allen with the shortstop, who makes the throw to bring an end to the inning. So 3 innings down here with PBR Classic. These Cobb Angels leading Georgia Jackets 1-0. Oh, it sounds fine. I think the problem was I had it running on a bunch of different platforms at once stream, so it sounded funky. But you can LakePoint Sports. The Georgia Jackets will come up here in the bottom of the first inning to get things. That sounds fine. Yeah. They did tell me you can get an outside like a boom mic that we could, because if you get all the cameras going those mics off of them, they can be too loud. You can actually get a boom mic that we could set outside there and pick up on audio that way if we wanted to do that. Yeah, Mark had me worried, but that sounds fantastic. Top of the fourth inning here as we continue at the PBR Classic. Our game of the day, East Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets. Ethan Oaks still on the mound for Georgia Jackets. He's allowed just 1 hit through 3 innings of work.
Pitcher battle. 2 lefties. Over Cory with the velo. Hitting spots. Going off speed for strikes. Weak contact. That ball goes grounded over.
This is Will Tarwater at the plate. Tarwater sends that back up the middle off the mound. And these Cobb Angels have their second hit of the day. Not a lot anybody could do to field that.
The rangy second short. Next velo. Scoot out behind the center field. That's how you want to start an inning. Right? Got that inning. Got that run across in the third. 1, 2, 3 behind that. Or rolling in the fourth.
Shows the bunt, pulls back. At this point, East Cobb Angels only stranded 1 runner. I mean, they didn't been so aggressive on the base pass. Brooks Bryant back there has thrown out a couple runners, so I mean their aggressiveness has bit them because they have had guys on base, but they've only been able to cash in one so far.
You get the feeling that this top half here is a lot of momentum riding on it. Jackets are elevating everything at the plate, getting all some good swings. Just using our runway just to get them some insurance. You don't know when that Jackets lineup's going to wake up.
This is Shane Peterson, by the way, from Sequoia up to the plate. Count. Oaks high there, but he got the call out. Looked a little iffy. 2-2's the count. East Cobb Angels leading Georgia Jackets 1-0. Top of the fourth inning. Runner on.
Big strikeout there from Oaks.
Number 4 on the day. Georgia Jackets left-hander. I'm going to bring up Colin Trevison, 0 for 1. Watches strike one. Charwater has feigned as though he's going to take off a couple times, but going back. Throwback and gets inside there. Yeah, it's been all over. I think he's probably thrown as much to a base as he's thrown to his catcher. There's another. If this was a major league game, we'd be booing them at this point. The 0-1 from Oaks. And Trevison fouls that off. Stays in the park, though.
And when you got a team that's as aggressive as the Eagles are on the base paths, it does become a necessity to throw over that often. Trying to control the run game somehow. Of course, Brian is doing it on his own for the park right now.
Yeah, great hit there from Pierce Mullinax, but you can definitely make the argument that Brooks Bryant's been the most impressive player in this game so far. And another throwback. That's 4 in this at bat alone. Trevison finally sees another pitch and watches that for for ball one, excuse me. Another deep foul there. Phil Bryant, as you had mentioned, committed to Troy, but this is a guy who still has some time to go before he signs that dotted line. I wonder how much more interest there will be in him if he continues to play at this level this summer.
Yeah, definitely is. And he's never put his nose on the map so far in these first couple innings at LakePoint. Not only for his defensive abilities, but that left-handed swing.
1-2's the count, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. The runner goes. Bryant's throw a little late, just a great jump there by Charwater.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're probably going first move on Oaks. The breaking ball. Breaking ball's coming in at 61 miles an hour. Is that
From one Trevison to another, here's Pascal, who is walked in his there for strike one. Oaks did not need any help there. That's his 56th pitch of the day, by the way, here in the fourth inning. It's 38 for strikes. Here we go again. But a strikeout will bring it into it. Somebody might have missed the hit and run call there. All right, that'll be the middle of the fourth inning. PBR Classic. These Cobb Angels continue to lead Georgia Jackets 1-0 in our game today. Yeah, he must have missed that call. Still got Clark out there, yeah. He's moving along, but yeah. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that should be fun. The PBR Classic, Cory, McCartney, and PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber with you. These Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets, a 1-0 these Cobb Angels lead here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Matty Clark continues on the mound out of Cherokee for these Cobb Angels. Clark pitching extremely well so far today. One hit of the 34 pitches, he just walked one. Still searching for that first strikeout. One is the count, 65-mile-an-hour there, breaking ball. Ball two. Niko Sinaci and Georgia Tech coming up to the plate. He flicks that one foul. 2-2. For the strikeout, and Senji thought he was making the free pass to first base, but that'll be the first out of the inning and the first strikeout so far for Clark here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brooks Bryan, who's eaten up a lot of our attention so far today. Bryan watches that first pitch go outside for ball one. He's 0 for 1 on the day. David Lodge watches ball one. 2 out here at the bottom of the fourth inning. These Cobb Angels put on to a 1-0 lead on Georgia Jackets. Fouls that one.
Big hand there by Loves. Kind of seems like they're swinging out of their shoes here, trying to make up that deficit with one swing.
The 1-1 to Lutz. Pitch outside the zone, but he swings at it. Foul down the first baseline.
That was a great example there. These guys not moving just as tightly velocity down on his front foot. Kind of flick the barrel out. They foul this one off immediately. I mean, even if he saw it outside, you could tell he knew to go out with it. And still on top.
Luggs back in a 1-2 count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. These Cobb Angels can lead 1-0. Sends out with the shortstop. Makes the play to end the inning, and that was just a fantastic and quick inning for Matty Clark. He's threw 4, having allowed just 1 hit as these Cobb Angels continue to lead Georgia Jackets 1-0 in our game of the day in the PBR Classic. Thanks. Welcome back to LakePoint Sports PBR Classic. East Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets here to start the 5th inning and a pitching change for Kerber for Georgia Jackets.
Yeah, it's 285 times. Jake Hefner. We've seen Hefner last weekend. Showing a nice 12-6 breaker. And warm-ups there. That's his got to it. Sharp play again. You see, keep putting up zeros. Keep the Jackets in this one.
His first pitch outside for ball 1. And he's taking on Bradley Miller from Sequoia. Miller watches ball 2.
Both sides of the plate. Split the difference here.
Bounces away. 3-0 count. Finally gets in for the first strike. We knew Miller wasn't going to swing it down.
See if Hefner can repeat. Sometimes it just takes that first one to back.
Fouls it off.
He's taking a little bit off his fastball. Jason, those last 2 strikes.
Next up for East Cobb Angels is Ryan Coffer, a pinch runner for East Cobb Angels. Would expect some aggressiveness here. We've seen it throughout the day. East Cobb Angels on the base pass with a new pitcher in the mound. You just know they're itching to get burned on this base pass. Shows one, pulls back, bounces into the turf. This is Josh Screen, by the way, has taken over at first base as the runner. Screen, another uncommitted player out of the class 2023, 6'155" Throw over, but he's safe. 1-1 is the count. Ryan Coffer up to the plate. Gets the bunt down. Hefner makes the play over to first for the first out of the inning, but the runner Screen does advance to second. One of the 3 hits so far for the Angels, the only extra base hit of this game. One out here in the top of the 5th inning. These Cobb Angels leading 1-0, searching for that bit of insurance. Molinax watches ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Molinax swings through that for the first strike. Molinax with a chopper to third. What is great scoop from the first baseman there for the second out. Tyler Schroeder from Woodstock up. Part of that Woodstock team made it to the Elite 8 in the 7A bracket. Schroeder got a 1-0 count. Sends that one back foul. A number of Woodstock kids on this East Cobb Angels roster. 1-1 the count to Schroeder. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Flicks that one into right center. That's going to bring home Screen for the second run. East Cobb Angels now up 2-0.
Really nice job by
In the top of the fifth inning, these Cobb Angels now taking a 2-0 lead. Flicks it foul. Runner takes off. Oh, not in time and bringing into the inning, but not before East Cobb Angels had taken a 2-0 lead on Georgia Jackets as we stand in the middle of the fifth inning. And now the game of the day from the PBR Classic. It's needed. Welcome back to the PBR Classic. Cory McCartney and PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber with you. It's the bottom of the fifth inning. These Cobb Angels continue to have a 1-0 lead in this one.
We got Cooper Davidson here down a hole 1-2. Davidson with a bunt single, his first AB. Works the count back to even at 2-2. Davidson, a spark plug type player. If he gets anything in the gaps and looking where the outfield is shading, that left center gap is wide open. Interesting that they're playing a opposite field approach here. Oh, Davidson proves that the shift was correct.
And the signal there needs some more baseballs. Bottom of the fifth, and Georgia Jackets just looking to get something going as they trail East Cobb Angels 2-0. Davidson sends it to the shortstop, and the throw is not in time.
Davidson can really move. And that's just what the Jackets needed. Something to get them going this in the bottom of the fifth. Now you got Deuce Jordan. Deuce I haven't seen with this Georgia Jackets team. At least I didn't see him last weekend, but He certainly stands out in a uniform.
Lawrence Jordan II for those keeping track of such things.
That deuce makes a little more sense now.
Jordan from Pace Academy. Clark has been exceptional so far. 2 hits allowed, a pair of strikeouts and a walk as he works in the 5th inning. Really keeping this prolific Georgia Jackets offense at bay. One-0 is the count. Heavy mound visit here for Matty Clark.
Looks like Clark might be losing a little bit of steam. The Angels have, looks like 3 arms down in the bullpen, so they've got some options.
Clark, I'm sure at this point, is making his case to stay in this one. He's sitting on 59 pitches. And whatever he said, the coach liked it, says he'll continue here. Searching for the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning. These Cobb Angels leading 2-0, runner on first for Georgia Jackets. As Clark takes on Pace Academy's Deuce Johnson. And pumps that in there for the first strike.
Looks like the mound visit had a positive effect there. That's a big pitch. You do not want to walk in this situation. Gotta give him something to hit.
The 3-1 from Clark. A little high, but in there for strike 2. Full count, he misses outside, and that'll bring us runners at first and second with no outs in the 5th inning. The go-ahead run comes to the plate for Georgia Jackets.
Jackson Westmoreland.
Westmoreland 0 for 1 on the day. Gets the bunt down, advances. There will not be a play at first. The base is loaded with no outs.
That was perfectly executed bunt. I mean, there's no other place you want to put that ball, and it's stopped dead right in that little area between the catcher, pitcher, third base. Nobody can make a play.
Now the bases are loaded with no outs for Auburn commit Cade Ballou. Looks like that's going to do it for Matty Clark.
It's a phenomenal job by Clark, pitching to a very talented Georgia Jackets lineup and limiting them to 2 hits in 4 innings. He can hold his head high as he comes off the field. Did everything he was asked of.
That'll bring up Chase Reed on the mound. Chase from Pope, which, Phil, we talked about Woodstock minutes ago in terms of the Georgia High School baseball tournament. Pope, of course, reached the Final Four and 6A playoffs.
Yeah,
Pope is just a traditional powerhouse in the state. Doesn't really matter who they're rolling out there. They're going to fight you till the end. I mean, you're in for a battle every time you see the Greyhounds.
Reed stands 6'3", 170 pounds, up to 80 mile an hour on the mound on the fastball, 65 in the curve. So some variation there from this guy, but we'll see, how much he's able to work that curveball in against this aggressive lineup.
Yeah, good-looking frame, 6'3", 170. He got some broad shoulders.
And Reed has his work cut out for him here. The base is loaded with no outs in the bottom of the fifth inning as East Cobb Angels lead 2-0. Facing one of the top bats in the state of Alabama in class of 2023. Auburn commit Cade Ballou. Reed misses on his first attempt.
75 there.
Spikes that one. 2-0.
Reed coming out looks a little tight to begin these first two. He was up to 80 in the warm-ups and 75 on both those fastballs.
Tough situation. And there's the first strike. See if that settles him in. Now if you're Ballou, it's hunting time.
Yep. Let it fly. Now that's a nice pitch. I don't think you're expecting fastball there after being down 2-0, but drops it in there and evens the count at 2-2.
65 mile an hour. Ballou sends it to center field, makes the catch, but the runner will be in time as Georgia Jackets cuts the lead to 2-1, bottom of the fifth inning. I'm sure Ballou wanted more out of that, but obviously just getting Georgia Jackets on the board at this point, you have to cash in that situation.
Yep. And they've still got more chances. And you got Burgamy here, followed by Kenty. See if the bottom of the order can come up big.
Burgamy from River Ridge, 5'9", 185-pounder. Another catcher on this Georgia Jackets team, but with Brooks Bryan back there, you probably don't get a lot of playing time.
Deuce Jordan being real active at second base there.
You put that mid on, everybody knows you're running. That's a telltale sign. Burgamy sends it to center field. And Johnson feigns, but he's going back. So that's 2 down. Again, East Cobb Angels leading 2-1 as Georgia Jackets finally got their first run of the game. On the sacrifice fly from Ballou. Now to the plate is Jansen Kenty, of course, the Alabama commit. Kenty out of East Coweta. The 1-0 from Reed. He steps off. Now 2-0 on Genty.
Kenty watches that. Deuce Jordan easily takes third base.
Yeah, if it was only a matter of time before he took off. Been timing up the pitcher for a number of pitches there.
I would firmly expect him to get aggressive here and try to get the runner to second base. See how much he can bait them. And Chase Reed taking a play out of the Georgia Jackets pitcher's playbook here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Westmoreland does here. They're going to pull off a little first and third action.
And the runner goes.
Yep. Westmoreland tries to draw the throw to second, stops halfway, but Angels smartly hold on to the ball.
I think that stops working in Little League. You can get the little kids to fall for it, but not these ones. 3-1's the count. Smacks that one to right field over the right fielder's head. And Genty is off and running. Plates 2 with a double. And now Georgia Jackets take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And just a nice piece of hitting there from Genty. And obviously a bit of a misread there from the right fielder.
Well, pitchers can hit too. Kenty just barreled that one up. And now we turn it over to the top of the order. Rickham was grounded out to short a couple of times, but he's capable of putting one in the gap there.
I think starting to flow a little bit offensively here for Georgia Jackets in the 5th inning. Reed pumped that one in for the first strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Shoots that one over the center fielder's head, and that'll score another Georgia Jackets run. He's on his way past second. The helmet's off, folks. Into third base for the RBI triple.
There he goes. I said, put one in that gap, and he's going to take off. That ball looked like it just kept carrying. Well struck. Rickham, a Fellowship Christian product. Teammates with Cooper Davidson, so you can imagine there is a lot of speed in the outfield for Fellowship with those two guys patrolling. They've got Niko Sinaci, who, you know, if we're looking at position players on the Jackets, this is one of the guys you want to key in on.
Yeah, Sinaci yet to find a hit today. He's 0 for 2.
He certainly has fouled off quite a number of balls. He's on it. Now he's got to put one between the white lines.
Four runs so far for Georgia Jackets in this inning. 3 of them fall on Matty Clark, who left with the bases loaded. Sinaci flicks that one foul. 1-2 is the count.
Almost gets him there with a high and inside breaking ball.
The 2-2 from Clarks and another foul from Sinaci. Two-two's the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Georgia Jackets have taken a 4-2 lead. Reed misses, and it'll be full count here.
Yeah, Reed playing with some timing there and gets off time himself.
Sends that one sky high, and the third baseman will make the play to bring it into the inning. A eventful inning there for Georgia Jackets as they cash in with the bases loaded and end up taking a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th, through the 5th inning, as we continue here with our game of the day at the PBR Classic. Welcome back to the PBR Classic. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Our game of the day, East Cobb Angels and Georgia Jackets. Georgia Jackets now leading 4-2 in the top of the 6th inning. Jacob Hefner again on the mound for Georgia Jackets in this inning. Hefner took over for Ethan Oakes, who went 4 innings, allowing 2 hits and an earned run, striking out 6 with a pair of walks. That one went foul and will continue this at bat. Just Acton Smith, the leadoff hitter out of Sequoia High School. Smith is 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. And Hefner misses there. They'll make it a 1-1 count. And that one an easy play for the first baseman for the first out of the inning.
Good start for Hefner. After a little bit of a wild first inning out there for him. It's always good to settle in and get that first out after your team spots you 4 runs.
Next up, Will Tarwater from North Cobb. Tarwater sends that one foul. Tarwater 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout.
Yeah, Hefner looks like he's sacrificed some velo for a little bit more command on his fastball. It's working out well so far.
Oh, a great strike there. 67 mile an hour. Oh, 2's the count, 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Tries to get that same spot but misses. The 1-2.
Nice breaking ball there. Dropped right out of the zone. Well, Hefner seems to have found his command in the second inning here. He's getting that fastball over for strikes, and it certainly makes it easier to pitch when you can throw the breaking ball.
Gets his first K as he'll now face Shane Peterson, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Rears back and fires there, 79 mile an hour. Hit the outside corner. Same pitch again, he's dialed in at this point.
Yeah, looking really good right now. You know, the velo might only be 79, but it comes out crisp. Given the frame, there's going to be more velo in there. Given the frame and the arm action. He's only just beginning.
And Hefner pulls the trigger there.
Yeah, that was the best breaking ball he threw all inning. And that was tight, had depth.
2 strikeouts in that inning for Jacob Hefner as Georgia Jackets lead 4-2 in the middle of the 6th inning in our game of the day from the PBR Classic. Pitching change for East Cobb Angels here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cory McCartney and PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber with you from the PBR Classic. East Cobb Angels against Georgia Jackets, and Phil, Colin Trevison now towing the mound for the East Cobb Angels.
Colin, working with a short arm action there. Kind of coming out of a high 3/4.
Colin from Sprayberry, 6'10", 5'10", that would be something else entirely. 5'10", 160 pounds.
And he will get Brian leading off the inning. I haven't called his name in a little bit.
Brian is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Sends that one to the second baseman. Easy throw for the first out of the inning. Brian being ultra aggressive there to start things off.
Having Colin coming out with a 75-mile-per-hour fastball there.
That'll bring up David Luggs, who is 0 for 2.
Luggs is kind of a right-handed version of Brian. He's got that physical build, broad shoulders.
Luggs 6'3", 215 pounds. Sends that one sky high to center field, but will make the second out of the inning. They're making life easy on Colin Trevison here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, this entire Jackets order from 1 through 9 has been aggressive at the plate. You know, the first pitch fastball, they're going to hop on that.
I'll bring up Cooper Davidson, who's 2 for 2. Has half of Georgia Jackets' hits on the day. Trevison misses there, the first ball. Davidson, one of those 4 runs scored in the last inning. Floats that one in there for a strike. 65.
These guys aren't looking to hit the breaking ball. They're going to sit fastball, make you pay for a mistake.
1-1's the count, 2 outs. Davidson sends it foul. A 4-2 Jackets lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. They scored 4 runs in the last inning. And another foul will keep this at bat continuing.
Yeah, Colin dropped the arm slot a little bit there. A little low 3/4 sidearm action. Try to sneak one by Davidson.
A 1-2 count, 2 outs. Tries to float in another breaking ball, 63 miles an hour, but to no avail. A 2-2 count. Oh, and he gets the punch out in the corner.
Paints the corner there.
Pretty strong outing there from Colin Trevison as these Cobb Angels try to make something happen here in the top of the 7th inning. It's win or go home time at this point for East Cobb Angels. They trail 4-2 in our PBR Georgia game of the day from the Classic. Welcome back to LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney and PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber. The top of the 7th inning comes down to this for East Cobb Angels, trailing 4-2 the Georgia Jackets. And Jacob Hefner continues on the mound. He'll face Colin Trevison, who just pitched a very strong bottom of the 6th for the East Cobb Angels.
Yeah, Hefner with a lockdown inning in the 6th. Let's see if he comes back with more of the same in the 7th.
Yeah, he's in attack mode at this point.
That's how you start an inning. And you got the lead. You got a good defense behind you.
The 0-1. Sends it to the third baseman. Throw is in time. That's 1 down.
Kenty's made a couple of nice scoops over there at first. Not too shabby for a pitcher.
From one Trevison to another now, Pascal up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, the strikeout. Also walked. Hefner's first pitch into the turf. Sends that one foul.
Drops in the breaking ball.
65 mile an hour on the scoreboard. 1-2 is the count, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Georgia Jackets have a 4-2 lead. Checks his swing. The bat will continue.
Yeah, Hefner looking like a completely different pitcher from that 5th inning. He struggled with his command a bit. Now he's throwing fastball strike, which has opened up the breaking ball.
Oh, he got squeezed a little bit there.
Blue going to make him work for it.
I'll run the count full. The throw is in time. Another fantastic play at third base. That's 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, great hands by Westmoreland right there. Kind of got caught in between on the hops and charges the short one and snags it with the glove. Makes a nice throw across the infield.
All comes down to Bradley Miller as East Cobb Angels search for some 2-out magic here, trailing 4-2 in the top of the 7th inning. Hefner misses on the breaking ball. Make it a 1-0 count. Gets the strike in the outside corner. Again, living on that outside corner of the plate.
Same spot. I wouldn't be surprised if they went right back there.
These Cobb Angels down to their last strike.
Drops a breaking ball in there.
Miller floats it. Oh, what could have been a fantastic catch misses, and Miller will be in there at second base. That'll bring up Ryan Kaufner, the tying run.
I think that if I remember correctly, Miller also had a base hit earlier on a breaking ball.
And Miller now has 2 hits on the day.
Want nothing to do with those outside fastballs, but you give him a 2-strike breaking ball and he's on it.
Kaufner smokes that one to left field.
Well hit.
Ground rule double. That'll trim the lead to 1. He just barely missed making this a tie game. Now 4-3 as East Cobb Angels showing some life with some 2-out magic. Now it's Pierce Mullinak's turn. Mullinak, a ground rule double at almost that same spot that Kaufner just delivered his.
Yeah, Angels not going down without a fight. Really got to tip the cap to them for the game they've had.
Yeah, they were not intimidated, and they continue to not be intimidated now, just trailing 4-3 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning.
You got to imagine the Jackets don't want to roll out another arm, try and save their bullpen for the coming days of the tournament.
Yeah, Hefner had been so strong up until those last 2 batters. Finding his groove after some shaky moments when he first entered the game. Again, this is Pierce Mullinak up to the plate. Mullinak has already delivered a ground rule double. Scored the first run of this game way back in the 3rd inning.
That's how you come back after giving up a run. First pitch strike, breaking ball. A lot of confidence in that breaking ball to throw at first pitch.
And clearly getting a bead on how aggressive Mullinax wants to be in this at bat as well. Now he's got him exactly where he wants him. An 0-2 count again. Just like the last at bat, we are down to the final strike for the East Cobb Angels. The 0-2. Mullinax will send that one foul, stay alive.
Just barely staying alive. Hit that one off the end of the bat there. That's what you need to do here, though. Keep fouling off until you get something you like.
See if Hefner goes back to that outside part of the play where he's lived for so much of this appearance. Mullinax sends that one again to left field. Here comes the tying run. And Mullinax in for the run-scoring double.
He is pumped up at second. Have a day. It was the breaking ball yet again. And these Angels have been locked in on Hefner's breaking ball.
2 outs in this innings, both with two runs in this inning, both with 2 outs. And 3 straight hits. Gonna bring up Tyler Schroeder.
Schroeder offered up a bunt there. A little interesting move. Third base is playing awfully deep.
Ball gets away. And Mullinax will easily advance to third. Now the winning run just 90 feet away.
Yeah, that's about the last thing you want to happen.
2-0 is the count to Tyler Schroeder here. Runs a little high there, 3-0.
I'm going to guess that we got the take sign here. Yes.
3-1, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, or the bottom of the 7th inning, excuse me. Top of the 7th. 3-1 from Hefner.
Healthy swing there by Schroeder.
Ends it with a strikeout, but not before the East Cobb Angels come back and score 2 runs with 2 outs to tie things up in the top of the 7th inning. Georgia Jackets, though, going to get their say here as they try to pump out a win to open up things with our game of the day in the PBR Classic. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to LakePoint Sports. Our game of the day in the PBR Classic. East Cobb Angels have come back to tie things up. Georgia Jackets get their say, though, in the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm Cory McCartney, along with PBR Georgia scouting director Phil Kerber and Deuce Johnson. An interesting defensive inning for him as East Cobb Angels tied this thing up, but he'll get his opportunity here to lead things off in the 7th with Colin Trevison on the mound for East Cobb Angels. Spikes that one, gets away for ball 1. And Phil, as we talked about, between innings, baseball has a way after you've had some issues in the field of putting you right back in the spotlight. And Deuce Johnson gets his chance.
Yeah, Deuce can get the Jackets started off on the right foot here. Got 1-1 count. Haven't seen too much at the plate out of him. He shows a short, quick swing there.
Honestly surprised he didn't show bunt early in this inning, in this at bat, considering his speed. That one sails for the second ball. 2-2's the count. Georgia Jackets just looking to get something rolling after they gave up 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Runs the count full. Jordan will be followed by Westmoreland and Cade Ballou. Flicks that one into right field, but the catch is made for the first out of the inning.
Thought it had a chance of dropping there. That's a tough spot for really anybody on the right side of the infield to get to, and right fielder coming in. But he makes a nice play.
So now Jackson Westmoreland, who's 1 for 2, scored a run. Shoots that one down the third baseline. That's going to be extra bases for Westmoreland. Held up at second base in the go-ahead run. In scoring position now for the Georgia Jackets.
Just what the Jackets needed, and right before that swing, I was about to say that these are the kinds of situations that, from my experience, Westmoreland has excelled in. You know, when the pressure's on and the lights are brightest, he seems to put on his best.
Now, speaking of one of the best on this team, Cade Ballou comes up, of course, the Auburn commit. Again, the 12th ranked player in Alabama in the class of 2023. A big-time bat. Maybe here poised, Phil, for a big-time moment. Shoots that one into the center field gap. Moreland will advance to third. Cade Ballou comes through, does his part. Now the winning run is just 90 feet away. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Westmoreland got caught up there. It looks like he didn't get a good read on that and thought that center field had a chance at catching it. So he was on his way back to second as that ball was landing. Quickly got himself to third. If he gets a good read there, who knows if he's able to score.
Now the game in the hands of River Ridge's Carson Burgamy. Burgamy 0 for 2. One down in the bottom of the 7th, and Georgia Jackets, the winning run is just 90 feet away.
Go out on a limb and say we might see a little delayed steal first, third, like we saw earlier with Westmoreland.
Colin Trevison looking over.
Yep, there it
that one in
is.
for a strike.
Just a little delayed steal and shuffle over to second. Angels don't bite. Now the infield is going to be playing in.
Burgamy sends that one to the second baseman. Makes the catch. Moreland shows a little bit that he might go, but gets back. Missed opportunity there for sure. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. A 4-4 game. And now Alabama commit Jansen Kenty. An opportunity to end this.
Yeah, Kenty smoked one in his last AB, a missile over the right fielder's head. See if he can do the same here.
He's a 1 for 2 with a pair of RBI. Trevison calls his catcher in. Shoots that one in there for a strike. 75 mile an hour on the scoreboard. Oh, 1's the count to Kenty.
Kenty choking up on the bat. Despite being in a somewhat favorable count, kind of going with just a contact approach, it looks like. Just needs to find a hole somewhere.
Misses high there. 2-1, excuse me, is the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Georgia Jackets looking for a walk-off win to open things up in the PBR Classic. Trevison misses again. 3-1.
And it all comes down to this one. Gotta get it in the zone. No pressure.
Trevison sends that one to sky high to the third baseman, makes the catch. Trevison gets himself out of some trouble.
And as it's a pool play game, this one will end in a tie.
Well, we had some drama, though, in our first game of the day here during the PBR Classic. You can catch Phil Kerber and myself again tomorrow at 2:45. We'll have Game on Vipers 2022 against Yankees Baseball Club. Phil, I know that Game on Vipers team is one you're very familiar with, so give us a couple names that we'll be watching for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, going to start out with Leighton Finley, shortstop, right-handed pitcher, Georgia commit. Not your everyday shortstop, 6'5", 200 pounds. I mean, he's tooled up. He's going to be a guy people want to lock in on. Luke Boone, Georgia State commit, outfielder with some big-time power at the plate. And they've got a nice lineup of arms, too, that I think they're going to roll out. It'll be really impressive.
Well, again, you'll be able to find us on streaming on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So make sure you join us tomorrow for another game of the day during the PBR Classic. I'm Cory McCartney for Phil Kerber. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.